Are we in sync?
We are, and there's our Paramount logo. Hi, this is film historian and critic Lee Gambon, and I have the pleasure of being joined by director extraordinaire and actor extraordinaire and writer extraordinaire, Renaissance man himself, Dennis Dugan. Hello, Dennis.
Hey, hello. How are you? Very nice to talk to you.
You too, you too. And this is a great fun film. I can't wait to hear all the insight into the creation of this film. And I want to just start with this awesome opening credit sequence, which is so gorgeous. Like, it's such a beautifully lit and beautifully designed and animated sequence. And it's from Will Vinton, who worked on things like Return to Oz and Moonwalker. And he got an Oscar nom for Return to Oz, the work for that, which is one of my favorites. But yeah, tell us about this sequence and how it came to be.
These are the claymation guy. I mean, he was the king of. He invented it, didn't he? Whatever claymation. Um, but we didn't have an opening sequence, and one of the two Zucker brothers, who are obvious geniuses, came up with this idea. So then, this was a really kind of fun thing to do because pretty much everybody had a hand in it some way or the other, and said, "Well, what if we do this? What if we do that?" And I honestly, I think it's the best part of the movie. It's so funny, and it's so fun, and I don't think there's ever been anything like it before or since in terms of credits. I know mainly because I don't like opening credits. I usually just like to start the movie. You know, you got to put up the movie company, and then on an indie movie, you got to put in every company that's put in money, but then you just start the movie, because I've never felt like it was smart, because there's costumes by no one cares at the beginning of the movie who did the costumes, even though they're important. For me, I'm there to see the story, so that's the way I do it now. I mean, I don't ever put any credits at all if I can help it. At the beginning.
Yeah.
But this thing was just a true collaboration of everybody coming up with whatever crazy idea they had, because there were no rules about this.
Wow. Did you overlook the creation of this? Like, were you seeing firsthand the direction?
We'd get he'd do a sequence, whatever, and then I'd get it, and the Zookers would get it, and we'd all go blah blah blah. What are you going to do? And and then if there were any notes, we'd give them notes. But it was actually seamless and delightful.
Yeah, great. So you don't like using them on your own film, but have you got favorite credits in film history, like, that stick out? Like, I'm a big sucker for title sequences. I think it's a art
There you
form.
go. I couldn't. If you'd asked me that like 6 months ago when we started talking about actually doing this, I would have done my homework on it.
Yes, just so everyone's clear, it took a while.
This picture right here look really good, but meanwhile, with this shot, I have this 4-shot, but I had two cameras over on the right hand side picking up a 2-shot of him and her, and so I just try again to make the movie. Oh, there's one thing: I try to make every movie look really good.
Yeah, and you achieve that beautifully. It's also, you feel like it's,
Paramount wouldn't let us have the sewer cover in the end have the Paramount logo in it, so we had to change that. That was the one big studio that they didn't want Paramount on a sewer cover.
right. Okay. Just going back to you talking about how obviously shooting on film, that's a big difference as well, right? With modern cinema, like, there's nothing like shooting on film and the look of film. The digital just can never compare. I mean,
Well, I'm sure that's true, but then again, at that point, I go, it's better, it's easier, it's there. That was supposed to be
Right.
in Western or whatever it was.